My name is Wouter Tulp. I'm an illustrator from the Netherlands. I've been working professionally since 2001 as a freelance illustrator. So I have done children's books, magazines, illustrations, caricatures for newspapers, backgrounds for commercials, and the reason for this to be so diverse is that I live in the Netherlands, which is a really small country. So because of this, you really have to be able to take on all kinds of jobs, because there is not so much work to really be able to specialize. So this really helped me to develop my styles and techniques in many different areas. And in the past few years, I've been working more and more internationally with the internet coming up, and Skype helped me to be able to work for internationally more into animation. So for the past few years I've been doing a lot of character design and visual development. Well, I have to say that probably I have always been in love with art. For as long as I can remember, I have been drawing, and I do remember one time at kindergarten I was drawing with pencils, and I was drawing an elephant, and for the first time I was drawing a background to it, and there was suddenly, now this elephant had a whole world around him, and this was really a revelation to me. I thought, wow, this is so magic. I created not just an elephant, but there's a whole world that he can now live in. And all my life I've had these kinds of experience. Suddenly I was able to see shadow. I learned perspective, and those were all of these moments where I was really amazed by what art is and what you are able to do with it. So I think for as long as I was able to hold a pencil, I've been in love with art. Well, in the first place, that was my family. We had a very creative family, and we were always drawing and painting and making music. And at a certain point, my father, who was an artist too, at the time he was still working at an office, and he was making caricatures of his co-workers. And I was really blown away by the drawings that he did. And so I asked him how he did this, and he taught me cross-hatching, drawing with pencil, what it is to draw a face, how it works. So in the first place, that was really my inspiration. And then when I went to art school, to me, the students that I attended art school with were really the biggest inspiration to me, because those are people who are also trying to learn the craft, and you are doing the same thing and spending time together drawing and painting. So those were really people who really helped me. And then afterwards, of course, you start looking at art books and paintings of the great masters, and I like to look a lot to the great painters such as John Singer Sargent, but also the Impressionist, the Haagse School, which is a group of Dutch Impressionist painters that I was really inspired by. And when I just finished art school, I was really doing a lot of paintings in the style of these Impressionists. And to me, this traditional background really helps me to get a great foundation in my drawings. Even if they are more cartoony, I get my foundation from the really great artists. That's what really inspires me. Well, I really believe it's important to become your own worst critic, to look at your own work and to see what is wrong with it and improve it. But the look of somebody else is something that somebody else can see things that you can't see sometimes. And in illustration and drawing, we are communicating, and I can have the idea that I am communicating, but I only know if my drawing is communicating if somebody else understands it. So I need the other party to look at my work and to understand it. So if it doesn't work, if it doesn't communicate, I need their feedback to help me make my drawing as effective as possible. And feedback also really helps me then to make adjustments and to improve those points that I myself am unable to see at that moment. Well, I've always been a really eager student myself, and when there was some teacher who told me something that really helped me further, I was really grateful for that. And now to be able to be that person for someone else is really rewarding to me. Other than that, I also love the concept of sharing. We are all in this together, and I really believe that if I have learned something, I can share this and maybe somebody can take it even further. So I really like to share my knowledge, and I hope other people will share their knowledge so we can help each other become the best artists that we can possibly be. Well, actually, that's still the great masters, and of course I see a lot of artists that are working in the industry nowadays, but I try not to be influenced by them too much, because I really want to try and create my own style. So what I like to do is to look at the world around me and take my own experiences and translate them into my art. Some words that I would have for students is it can be really daunting to look at the internet and see all those great artists from all around the world, and it's hard to keep up with them. It's easy to get the feeling that what you do doesn't matter, because there are so many artists out there who are a lot better than you are. Now, the thing is, there's only one of you, and what I would do is to try and to really get to know who you are, what's important to you, and stay true to yourself. And it doesn't mean you don't explore and try all kinds of different things and study other people's art, but it's important to understand what is really important to you and what do you want to make. That's what my advice would be to the students.